Hello and welcome to the Building Sheriff. Today we're going to answer that question: do you drill into the brick or do you drill into the mortar? Well, it's easy if you know how, but if you're not sure, I'm about to tell you. Firstly, tools you will need. Now, most of us have these things. We've got a power drill. The one I've got, I remember getting 30 years ago. It still works fine. I've got some super duper pro ones, but I keep this one at home for my own DIY. Also, you're going to need a cordless drill if you've got one, as a cordless screwdriver. If not, a normal screwdriver will do. A level, if you're going to be putting 2 points, we're just going to drill one, but if you had something you wanted to hang that was that far apart, well, you just put your level across there. We're going to use a 6mm masonry drill bit, and to go with that we use red wall plugs or wall anchors. If you're hanging something bigger and you want a bigger plug, then use a 7mm masonry bit with a brown plug. And if it's something tiny, use a 5mm masonry drill bit with a little yellow plug. But mostly that's for interior stuff. Okay, so when bricks are laid, obviously the brickie will put a brick down and then dump his mortar and put a brick, and it will all squodge out and takes the mortar away. Now, you don't always get 100% of mortar in there. There can be air pockets behind. And if you think about it on a house, houses need to be repointed because the mortar crumbles. The bricks don't crumble. So answer to that question is we always drill into the brick, not into the mortar. So here's my DIY depth gauge. Now all that is a bit of tape that is a tiny bit longer than my screw. So some of you might have the posh depth gauges on your drill. I lost that many years ago, so I just measure a bit longer than the screw, put a bit of tape around, and we know what to do. Well, anyway, I haven't had this drill out for years and years and years, but still works. Put it on the hammer function. If you do have a good cordless drill, that will work. Put it on the hammer function and put it on setting 2. Setting 1 is for screwing, setting 2 is for drilling. Okay, so mark your hole. It's irrelevant where I do it. Let's just zoom in a bit here. We're going to mark the hole, and then okay, so that's sorted. Now we just need to put the plug in. Zoom out a bit. Plug goes in. Push it in. You may need to tap it home with a hammer, and then it's a simple case of putting your screw in. I normally give it a little tap with my hammer. 1 second. Back. Sorry, I'm looking at the monitor up there. Right, give it a tap with the hammer. 2 reasons. Firstly, to set the plug in properly, and at the moment, if you have a good look, let's zoom in there, you can see the plug head. So if I tap that in, zoom in a bit more. There you go, you can see the plug head disappears, and then we are able, with our cordless drill, then we're able to just screw. Again, I'm on function 1 for screwing, and on screw, not hammer. There. So there you have it. Do you drill into the brick or into the mortar? Well, every single time into the brick, and that will take a heck of a weight. So as long as you've set your plug properly, and the plug will only be set properly if you use a right plug for the right drill bit, and you use a right drill bit, a masonry bit, you're laughing. So just to recap, a 6mm masonry bit with a red plug, which is a 6mm plug, and I've used an 1 3/4 screw. If you used a bigger screw, that would be absolutely fine. Thank you.